Right, good evening guys, very warm welcome to the channel, CavokSim. Hello from a lovely, typically spring London Stansted Airport. We're on stand 51 here in our Ryanair UK 737-800 for our flight up to Edinburgh this evening. Not quite on live time today. I've put the time back a couple of hours, so once we get up to Edinburgh, hopefully we'll still have a bit of daylight and we can do a daytime or twilight-ish evening landing. There's a few aircraft about here online at Stansted this evening. Weather at the moment in the UK is a bit iffy, to say the least, with some quite thundery showers and reports of some very large hailstones up and down the country. So it should be maybe a little bit of a bumpy flight. I'm expecting one or two bouts of turbulence on the way up to Edinburgh today. Flight time we're expecting in the region of about 55 minutes from takeoff to landing. So let's get into it. As you can see, we're currently being loaded up with bags. We're being fueled up. Steps are attached to the aircraft, ready for the passengers. And we'll get set underway. We've got we're imagining we've taken the aircraft over from an inbound flight, so it's set up in a turnaround state at the moment, so most of the switches are all where they should and need to be. We're currently on the ground power, and ground power is feeding electrics to the aircraft. Currently being fueled at the moment, so we'll take the seatbelt signs off. So cargo's been loaded, fuel's been loaded. We can get rid of the fuel truck. We can release the carts. The bus can go, and right. So let's get on and start setting up the flight management computers. Right then, so we go into the FMC. We'll set up the references. Right, I've not downloaded the flight plan for the route to be able to load it straight in, so we're going to do it all manually today. We're flying our route today: Echo Golf Sierra Sierra Stansted Airport up to Echo Golf Papa Hotel Edinburgh. Cruising at flight level 300, 30,000 feet with crossing index at 39. Airtime expecting to be about 58 minutes, and a route in up the middle of the country. We are operating flight RK596. We have a call sign of Blue Max 494 Zulu today, and that'll be our call sign for communication with ATC. We're on CavokSim again tonight, and at the moment, last time I checked a short while ago, we did have ATIS and Tower, but it looks like they have Yep, they have now gone offline, so unfortunately at the moment we don't have any ATC available, which is a bit of a bummer. I was quite looking forward to that. Oh well, never mind, you only do what you can do, so we'll just do it all on Unicorn, I suppose. Right, anyway, so let's get the flight plan in. So origin Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. Oh, didn't realise it was already done. Echo Golf Sierra Sierra Stansted Airport. Echo Golf Papa Hotel. Our flight number today RYK494 Zulu. We can't request a flight plan because I haven't set it up for that. So the last, so the latest that was broadcast was Golf, which was at 1750 Zulu, so about 40 minutes ago. So we'll guess that the wind is going to probably be the same. Let's just bring up Navigraph. Just have a quick look at that. Just make sure the wind hasn't turned around on us, and we're expecting 04 now. Right, okay, so going into Stansted, information, weather, and the METAR. Okay, so the METAR from just over 10 minutes ago, 17 minutes ago, oh yeah, there we go. Right, so the exactly what I wasn't expecting to do, but there we go, 010 at 6 knots, so that is going to favour 04 departure then. 10 kilometres or more, rain, clouds view, 4,500 cumulonimbus, temperature 11, dew point 10 and 1009, that's not changed. Right, okay then. Okay, so we'll go off of 04. We are going to be taking, let's go through the flight plan, find the routing. Alright, so it's a nope, that's the alternates. No, the routing we want. So it's an Utava departure. So off of 04, it's a Utava 1 Sierra departure. So from Utava, we're going to go Airway Quebec 75 to Buzzard. Tango 420 to Tango November Tango, Trent VOR, Tango November Tango, Uniform November 57 to Papa Oscar Lima, Pole Hill, and Uniform November 601. Uniform November 601 to InPip. Right, so we'll leave that at the moment. We'll check on the weather at Edinburgh after we get to the cruise. Okay. But what we'll do for the time being then, we'll put in the ILS for runway 24, which we are expecting, which is an InPip 1 Echo. Discontinuity. And execute the route. Okay, back to NRF. So, right. So cost index of 39 today. Cost index fuel. So FinRes alternate, that is quick mental calculation here. 1829 2983. So we'll put in 3 tons reserve fuel, 0 fuel weight, expecting 62.2, spot on. Only half a ton under our maximum 0 fuel weight for departure. So fueling's complete. So we've got 7 tons in, that's correct. Cruise altitude, we're going to be going to flight level 300, 30,000. Cruise wind, so we'll do that from the top of climb. Flight level 300, 195 for 30 knots. 195, 30 knots. And transition altitude here at Stansted, 6,000 feet. So I'll put in 6,000 feet for the transition altitude. Right, exec that. N1 limits. Right, we can. Right, I don't have any OPT or anything like that to do any performance figures, so what we'll do, ballpark figure, we'll put 35 degrees in. It's not going to really reduce it too much, but we'll go into a 24k D rate. Okay, so we'll just release all the carts and the stairs. Doors are closed. We're getting ready to get going. So we're going to be doing a flap 5 takeoff. So from takeoff, flaps 5, CG on the aircraft. Takeoff CG 18.3. We'll put that in. That'll give us our trim setting for departure. 6.12, and we can pop in the V speeds 143, 144, 150. Right, okay, so that's all done with. We just need the pushback ready. Okay, so we check the V speeds. 150 is our V2 speed. We'll pop that in the MCP there. I think bring up the right charts for our departure now as the wind has turned. As I say, we'll get rid of that chart. So charts for Stansted. Tower 1 Sierra. There we go, off of 04. Right. Right, okay, so we'll just check that in the legs page. So the routing is just go straight ahead to 2DME on the India Sierra Echo Delta. On the Barkway 117 radial, turn left intercept Barkway 100 radial, to Barkway 7 DME, across 5 DME, at above 3000, not above 5000, but above 3000, and to Barkway at 5000, turn left. Instead the Barkway radial 2632 Ottawa at 5,000 feet. Okay, so we'll set 5,000 feet for the stop altitude. Just pop in the courses for the runway. 042. We'll set up the ILSs in case we need to come back for any problems. The ILS is 110.5. 110.5 we've got set under both, and Barkway 11625 will set 625 and 11625. Okay, so back to the Ottawa SID. Okay, I'll just knock it into plan mode. Right. So this will let us go through step by step on the navigation display here. So So, step. Alright, it's not quite made that turn there, so I think what we'll do, don't want to do that. We'll get it to hold the speed. Yeah, I'll do this. I haven't flown the 737 for a little while, so right, okay, so we'll hold the speed back at we'll say 200 knots. Hopefully that'll give us a nice there we go, that's made the turn a little bit better. Right, okay. Let's go back to plan, just we'll check what we've done. Step, yeah, as you can see it's not overshot the turn a little bit there now, so we'll force the aircraft to stay at 200 knots round this turn here, and then she'll accelerate to 250, maintain 3,000 at or above, 5 DME to Barkway, 250 knots at 5,000, and then we target 5,000, and then after that buzz it all well in and just get through the route. Just make sure it looks sensible, it's all going in the correct direction. Right, looks pretty good to me. Right, okay, so we'll put that back in. So that's ready for the SID. Welsh Lima, Lee, hello. Good evening. You got your Dreamliner ready? That is excellent. What about you parked? Can't see you from where I am, but I'm sure you're around here somewhere, aren't you? Right. Okay, so Airline limits, takeoffs are all set. Right, so just go, that's all the bits and pieces of the routing done and the takeoff done, so we'll just go in and start configuring the switches and that now. So we check the yaw damper, that's on. Nav and space switches, that's all normal. We'll pop the lower D one. Fuel pumps, pop all those on. We've got nothing in the centre tank, so we won't bother with the centre tank pumps. Crossfeed valve, light blue, dark blue, light blue, dark blue, back to closed. Galley power is, I forget where the galley power is. As I say, I've not flown the aircraft for a little while, so okay, let's not worry about the galley power. Electrical. Right, so electrics are all set. Equipment cooling, normal, ×2, emergency exit lights, armed, covers over, seat belts. Right, we've finished fueling now, so they can go on. Wipers are in the park positions, left and right. Window heats selected on. Probe heats, we don't need those, it's not cold enough for those just yet. Anti-icing is off. Hydraulic pumps all on. Double check with the ground crew, make sure you can do that, so make sure nobody's actually standing near the aircraft. Trim air is on. Reset fans to auto. Packs are both auto. Isolation valve is open. Engine bleeds both on. APU bleeds off for the now. Flight altitude down in the pressurization panels is set to 30,000. Flight level 300 is our cruise altitude. Edinburgh, we need to set the landing altitude. Edinburgh is at where is it? 136, so I'll put 150 in there. There we go. Pressurization modes into auto. Lights. Logo lights we don't need. Positions steady. Anti-collisions we're not needed at the moment because we're not moving just yet. Right, time to start the APU. So come down here, start. Going to see a rise in the EGT temperature of the APU. There we go. looking good. We should then get blue light on here to say the APU is ready for the bus. Right, there we go. So, switches over. Right, aircraft is now on the APU. So, we can get rid of the ground power. So, we'll come back over to our ground services. Ground power we can now release. That will get rid of this little, where are we? That'll get rid of this little cart here. And now we are completely autonomous. Okay, APU's been up for about a minute or so now. We can now go to the APU bleed, and that will give us some pressure there. So as you can hear there, we get that little whoosh of air now. That's the air conditioning packs now on. Okay, so courses we've done. Runway heading 042, heading 042. Cancel that. V2 we've got set at 150. Stop altitude 5000. Flight directors flying from the left hand side, so left side can come on first. The QNH was 1009 on our last check, so we'll set 100. Oh, excuse me. 1009. Auto brake can go to RTO. And we'll just check the systems display. Just check we've got hydraulic power. Okay, hydraulics 3000 psi, both A and B systems. That's good, is what we need. So then we'll set the parking brake. So press down on the pedals, pull the lever, set the brake. Speed brake's down. Check the config warning, so we'll push the throttles forward. There we go. Config warning test. Start levers cut off. That's for the fuel into the engines. Stab trim switches, both in normal. Radios, we're going to go 122 decimal 8. So there's no ATC here at the moment now, so 122.8 is the Unicom frequency. And we'll select that across to the active. Transponder, we'll set 2000. And that's set on, so they'll be able to see us on the radar when we do get ATC, if we do get any. We'll again just have a quick check. Okay, going back into vPilot, we do have an ATIS, and London is online now as well, so that will probably mean we have some sort of ATC. So let's get the ATIS. So 127175.
clearances are available. BRNT Yankee procedure is not available. Departing aircraft make initial contact with London Control on 127.1, when 010 at 6. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Light rain. Few clouds at 4,500. Temperature 11. 2.10. Altimeter 1009. Acknowledge receipt of information Alpha and advise aircraft type on first contact. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Alpha. This is Stansted Airport information Alpha at time 1820 Zulu. Automatic. Runway in use 22 transition level 75 expect an ILS approach. Data link clearances are available. BRNT Yankee procedure is not available. Departing aircraft make initial contact with London Control on 127.1, when 010 at 6. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Light rain. Few clouds at 4,500. Temperature 11. 2.10. Altimeter 1009. Acknowledge receipt of information Alpha and advise aircraft type on first contact. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Alpha.
Okay, so we information Alpha 1820 Zulu. So the wind 010 at 6, and they are still using runway 22. So that's just put. So we have to go back in and redo the STID. Okay, so yeah, you get this every now and again. Right, okay, so SIDS, we're going to be an Utava 1 Romeo then, by the looks of things. So we'll just, right, what we'll do then, go in, departure arrivals, departures, runway 22, Utava 1 Romeo. Just quickly look at the SID here. Again, it's trying to do us 250 knots here, so we'll keep the speed back less than 200 there, and less than 200. Then okay, so step data on there, so we see that. Okay then, right. Trying to swing this round all the way around to 2, 2. Poor old passengers in the back. Right. Right, London 127.1. Okay.
Silver 762, climb flight level 370.
Climb flight level 370, speed 762.
Silver 4 Papa Tango, any luck controlling your aircraft there?
Sorry, I'm having a bit of a nightmare with the heading off, turn the autopilot off. Coming round right to 210.
London, good evening to you. It's Blue Max 494 Zulu with you on the ground at Stansted, stand 5-1. Request clearance please for Edinburgh. Copied information Alpha.
Sorry, FedEx 67 Golf, climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, FedEx 67 Golf.
London Control, good evening, keep your line in 71573 at 0 inbound Upton.
And I think we have unfortunately just stepped on somebody there, so we'll have to try them again I suppose.
Logan, waypoint for your 910. So the waypoint is an arrival, Logan to hotel. Logan to hotel, arrival, Stewart 97. Stewart 762, route direct Ledbo.
Route direct left go, speed 762.
Shamrock 253 as a shortcut, route direct to Lambourne, Lima Alpha Mike.
Direct Lima Alpha Mike, Shamrock 253. Under control, good evening, Blue Max 2353, Buzzville 1 Alpha Rider.
Blue Max 2353 London, descent flight level 180.
180, Blue Max 2353.
London, very good evening to you. It's Blue Max 494 Zulu on the ground at Stansted, stand 5-1. Information Alpha 737800. Request clearance please for Edinburgh.
Roger, call you back. FedEx 67 Golf, climb flight level 230.
Flight level 230, FedEx 67 Golf.
Ryanair 854, climb flight level 230.
Okay, just wait for him to call us back then.
Flight level 230, Ryanair 854.
Shamrock 253, descent flight level 100.
Right, we'll get the
Descending flight level 100, Shamrock 253.
chocks off the aircraft. We'll get the
Ryanair 19 charger approaching top 6. Ryanair 1 until Delta, descent flight level 150. 751 charger, Ryanair 19 charger. Silver 4 Papa Tango, turn left heading 175 and maintain flight level 180.
Left heading 175, maintain 180, Silver 4 Papa Tango.
Ryanair 38 Delta Romeo, request push and start. Ryanair 3 Delta Romeo, push and start approved. Push start to 38 Delta Romeo. Shamrock 253, are inbound to Lima Alpha Mike yet? Shamrock 253, direct Lima Alpha Mike.
right. Okay, so we're down to the safety inspection checklist. So
Ryanair 854, turn left heading 020 degrees.
so everything is set here then.
67 Golf, climb flight level
So before
250,
start
direct to Red Fox.
flow then, so the APU generators are both on. Parker brakes checked, it's set.
Hello, one ready, descent flight level 150, level by
Ground power is not connected. Doors are closed, stairs, jetways removed, chocks removed, APU bleed is on. Now we do the before start checks.
Descent flight level 220, confirm that's your requested level. Flight level 220, confirm, Roger. Ryanair 494 Zulu, clear to Edinburgh, Ottawa 1 Romeo departure, squawk 2727.
Clear to Edinburgh via Ottawa 1 Romeo departure, squawking 2727 Blue Max 494 Zulu.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, correct? Silver 4 Papa Tango, resume all navigation, direct Kidley.
Right, that's our clearance then, so we're on the Ottawa 1 Romeo departure as we have now rebriefed. 27
Ryanair 854, climb flight level 370.
27 in the transponder code. Right, okay, so we've got a clearance now then, we'll just go through the before start checks. Iris motor selectors, nav, gear pins, all done, light test done, oxygen's tested 100%, your damper is on.
Shamrock
No transfer display switches, normal and auto fuel. We've got 7 tons and 7 on board. Fuel pumps are all on. Going to these in-flight entertainments. Both set to on. Emergency exit lights are armed. Fasten belts are on. Window heats is on. Air conditioning press. So we'll set the pack stop off. Get them ready for start.
Settle 2 Kilo London, hello, report your passing altitude, climb now, flight level 180.
Pressurization mode selector is auto, instruments cross checked, all the brakes RTO, hydraulics are normal, speed brakes down D10, park brake set, stab trim cut switches are normal, wheel fire warning has been checked, radar transponder set, and Ryanair aileron trims, sector 0, take off briefing has been discussed, PA, we've done that. FMC, CDU, so we've got take off and push back at the moment on the right hand side there, N19 bugs, auto and set. Stab trim, 5.8.
Fly heading 310 degrees for spacing, descend now, flight level 250. Fly heading 310 and descending 250.
So about there. So that's the stab trim set for takeoff.
Ryanair 854, resume navigation, direct red fast.
Doors closed, passenger seated, and before start checks. So aircon packs are off, and the collision light to on, parking brake set, transponder out off.
95,500 climbing 240. It's the 2501 London Roger, it's the Elvos 1 Mike arrival, climb flight level 300.
Right, we are ready to go, we'll just get our clearance.
Seabird 987, speed on conversion 300 knots or greater. Speed on conversion 300 knots or greater, Seabird 987. Left down to 240.
If we can get a word in edgeways, he's very busy this evening.
Left down to 240, speed 280 knots. Seabird 4466, descend now, flight level 110.
Descending to flight level 110, speedbird 4466.
Easy 353, resume correction, continue on that.
So the trouble with London, when they're very busy, it's very difficult to get a word in to try and get a clearance.
FedEx 67 Golf, contact Amsterdam 125750.
So should we try again then?
125750, thanks for the excellent service. See you again, FedEx 67 Golf. Stewart 762, contact London 133.7, goodbye. Contact London 133.7, 3.61. Easy 807, contact London 133.7. 133.7, Shamrock 253, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1010.
4,000 feet and 1010, Shamrock 253.
Easy 2 Mike Tango, contact London 129.425. 129.425, easy 2 Mike Tango, see you. Ryanair 19 Charlie Delta, descend flight level 100.
This is going to take a while.
Shuttle 2 Kilo, Elvos 1 Mike arrival. Elvos 1 Mike to Manchester 2 Kilo.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, stand 51, Stansted, request push.
Push and start approved.
Push start approved.
Left down to 240, resume on navigation, direct Logan.
Right then, let's get out of here.
Direct Logan. Shamrock 253, leave Lambourne, heading 145.
Leaving them heading 145. Shamrock
Silver 4 Papa Tango, descend to flight level 210. You need to maintain your altitude and routing, please.
We're going to disconnect, sorry, we've got ongoing problems, thank you.
That's fine, bye bye.
Right. Brakes off.
Easy 1-2 Foxtrot Lima London. Hello, Zebra 2 Golf arrival.
Right, hopefully we'll push. There we go. Right, okay.
River 987, descent flight level 160, level by Sabre.
Take a nice view out over the wing. Beautiful. Right, okay. So we'll start number 2 and 2 selected to start. Start valves open. So we have N2 rise, oil pressure rise, N1 rise. It's a big fan at the front. When it gets to 25%, we then select the start lever to on. We'll get a fuel flow. And a rise in the EGT. So the engine's now starting. More or less.
Good afternoon, London Cargo 201, service 370. Delta Cargo 201, roger. Ryanair 19 Charlie Delta, continue pressing heading, vector Dallas, runway 25, descent altitude 5.
Okay, he's asking for brakes set. Push down on the brakes, pull the lever. Right, engine number 2 stable, so we'll go to number 1 now. We'll start number 1. So start valves open. So we're looking for N2. So N2, we've got oil pressure rise, N1 rotation, so looking for 25% again. 25%. Start lever to run. We get fuel flow. EGT starts to rise, so it says the engine's starting up. And there she goes, accelerating at 50% N2 there, the starter will cut out.
Hello, Griffin 2762, 9000 feet for revival 130, I'm heading 055.
Griffin 2762, roger, climb level 230.
Pilot 30, Griffin 2762. London, hello,
There we go, start cutout.
340 degrees at flight level 190.
8256 Romeo, Rissimo, navigation direct Elvos, climb or maintain flight level 180.
Right, so that is stabilised. Right, okay, so generators both on, APU can now go off. Tug is clear, we've got 2 good starts. Nicely on the taxiway, very good pushback there. Right. Taxi lights, select the flaps to 5. Okay, and then previous on. Anti-ice not required, packs both on, APU bleed off, license valve is ice license valve to auto, flaps are set to 5, stab trim is set 5.8, start levers, idle detent, check the flight controls, bring up the systems page. So, fully down, fully up. Left the spoiler, right the spoiler, and rudder, fully left, back to neutral, fully right, back to neutral. Right. The lower DU, recall checked, and the before taxi checklist. So generators on, APU's off, start switches, go to continuous, preheats are all on, anti-ice not required, air conditioning, packs auto bleeds on, packs auto bleeds on, isolation valve is auto, flaps, we have five green light stub trim, 5.8 units, and set start levers idle D10, and flight controls checked, recall is checked. So we have the before taxi, the taxi lights are on, and again we'll just try and get a word in to get our taxi clearance.
493 with E360 direct track.
American 493 London Roger, back Speedbird 428 London Roger, climb now, flight level 150. Shuttle 2 Kilo, report your speed to London 133.7, goodbye. Janex 49 Mike Yankee, report your speed to London 133.7, goodbye. Janex 49 Mike Yankee, report your speed to London 133.7.
163, that's the sun wall for speed, cheers, thank you.
Blue Max 2353, continue present heading.
Continue present heading, Blue Max 2353.
Blue Max 494 Zulu ready for taxi.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, taxi only point Sierra 1.
On point Sierra 1, Blue Max 494 Zulu.
Ryanair 3 Delta Romeo, Romeo 22, clear for takeoff.
Right, let's get the airport chart. Sierra 1, Sierra 1. So, straight out, slightly to the left, to the right, and hold short of runway 22.
428, climb flight level 270.
Right, so brakes coming off. Do a quick config check. So, okay, so no config warning there, and off we go to Edinburgh. It's only taken us an hour. It's not bad going. Hope you're doing alright there, Lee. I know you're here somewhere.
Right, heading 290, descending to 2,500 feet, the next 350.
ET353, Quebec Amsterdam, 125.750, goodbye.
Okay, so very short.
London from Speedbird 446, to 2,500.
Speedbird 456, hello, climb now, flight level 140.
140.
So yeah, very very short taxi out to the runways. So we'll start the before takeoff checks. So we'll go down to the line. Configs checked. Flaps 5 green, step trim 5.8. Set takeoff briefing. So off. So off runway 22 at Stansted, runway heading to Delta 223 Charlie, right turn towards Delta 170 Bravo, and left to Ottawa. Stop altitude 5,000 feet, which we have. Cabin secure. Is the takeoff checks set down to the line? Right, let's just get it going now, shall we?
42 Quebec Delta, hello, Logan to hotel for Heathrow, when ready, descend flight level 250, level by Logan. Logan 2 hotel arrival, flight level 250.
So the scenery I've got here for Stansted is a freeware. I forget the name of the developer now, but I'll put that in the comments when I get a chance. But it's made when COVID was in full swing, so it got all the Ryanair aircraft there, all blooming. parked up.
7 Tango Delta, contact London
But
129.425.
anyway, here we go. We're just left turn here, right turn, and we'll hold short Sierra 1 for runway 22.
Jet 24 Delta, that was not for you, remain on this frequency.
Remain to jet 24
Tom Jet 7 Tango Delta, contact London 129, let's move forward 25.
I'll tell you what, this landing control is an absolute machine. He hasn't stopped.
Lufthansa Cargo 201, contact London 129, let's move forward 225.
129, 4 to 5, Lufthansa Cargo 201, thanks, bye bye.
TC7 3 Delta Bravo, when ready, descend flight level 200, level by Elbow.
And ready, descend flight level 200, level Elbow, CG7 3 Delta Bravo.
Blue Max 494 Zulu ready, immediate departure.
AFM, Blue Max 494 Zulu.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, clear for takeoff runway 22, 03, 30 degrees 4 knots.
Copy the wind, clear takeoff runway 22, Blue Max 494 Zulu.
Lufthansa 240,
Right, and lights, strobes, transponder going TARA,
DC2501, direct Elbow.
and that is the before takeoff checks below the line complete. So lining up runway 22, confirm it's runway 22.
When ready, descend 200, level Elbow, speed 280 knots, CG7 3 Delta Bravo.
2E Jet 24 Delta, confirm inbound to Boldy.
Right, lined up, 22, off we go.
Roger, goodbye. Ryanair 19 Charlie Delta, clear to land runway 25 and after landing, taxi to sound of choice, goodbye.
Stabilised, Toga.
We're not having choice, running with lunch, thank you.
Shamrock 1 Echo Hotel, contact
Right, N1, Toga, LNAV, and VNAV in the lights. Toga power set.
Roger.
80 knots.
Delta Romeo,
Throttle hold.
200.
Flight level 200, Ryanair 38 Delta Romeo.
Control Fever 9965 with you,
So
flight
we
level
have a V1
9965
rotates.
London, Roger. Kidley 1 Golf arrival. Kidley 1 Golf Fever 9965. Easy 56 Romeo, speed 300 knots.
And we're up. LNAV, gears coming up.
To 56 Romeo, report that speed to London 133.7.
133.7, need a 56 Romeo, report speed.
Blue Max 2353, clear to land runway 22.
Okay, we'll get the autopilot in as well.
Super 456, climb flight level 180, resume all navigation direct Elvos, Elvos 1 mic arrival.
Beautiful, over the Essex countryside there.
180 and Elvos 1 mic arrival.
So, climb thrust is set.
Elvos. Elvos. EC7 3 Delta Bravo, report your speed to London 133.7.
Okay, flat 1 speed there, flaps coming to 1.
Thanks, bye.
Okay, so we've asked the aircraft to maintain 200 knots, we're coming up through 3,500. Wow, Lee, you're already up by Blackpool, are you? Wow, I've only just left. We'll soon catch you up. Okay, we're in cloud now, we'll just have to keep an eye on the temperature, it's plus 12, so if it goes below 10 degrees or below, we'll need to select the engine anti-icing.
Ryanair 38 Delta Romeo, turn right, heading 150 degrees.
Right, heading 150, Ryanair 38 Delta Romeo.
EC 2501, when ready, descend flight level 200, level by Elbow.
Okay, so we're above the flat 1 speed now, so we can go flaps up.
200, travel by Elbow.
Stewart 456, speed 300 knots or greater. 300 knots or greater, Stewart 456. Stewart 428, when ready, descend flight level 230, level by Red Fast.
Okay, start switch.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, climb now, flight level 120.
Climb now, flight level 120, Blue Max 494 Zulu. Okay, so flight level 120, he has cleared us too, so we'll go 120 and hit the out intervent.
2353, when I evacuated that. Roger, thanks for the sound of choice, goodbye.
Goodbye, have a nice night.
There we go, M1 VNAV speed.
Ryanair 38 Delta Romeo.
So that's now got rid of the constraints. So we'll climb up to a flight level, so we'll go
speed on conversion 280 knots.
standard on the altimeters.
Easy 25 knots, speed on conversion 280 knots. Max 494 Zulu, route direct Elvox.
Route direct to Elvos, Blue Max 494 Zulu. So Elvos is a massive shortcut.
On the double transmission, EC786 London, Roger, expect X during LS approach on 833, leave chase heading 175.
So off of the SID now.
8786 negative, leave chase heading 175. Leave chase 175, 8786.
So he's given us a really big shortcut here. So he's just cleared us to this waypoint here, Elvos. So we're going to nicely fly straight up to there.
456, you're at 300 knots.
Okay, so the temperature is down below 10 degrees now. We're in cloud, visible moisture, so we'll set the engine anti-icing on. And just check the pressurization.
EC2501, turn left, heading
So pressurization 3.8. PSI is the diff pressure, and just coming up through 1,000 feet and climbing.
Resume own navigation, direct Somba. Direct Somba, Seabird 9965, when ready, descend, flight level 150, level by Kidley.
So we're above 10,000 feet now, our land lights can come off.
EC786, the instruction was to leave chase heading 175. Resume own navigation, direct chase, and leave chase heading 175. It says leave chase and then heading 175. You have to go back to chase and then leave chase heading 175.
Oh dear, somebody's in trouble.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Right,
Griffin 2762 Amsterdam.
so the after check saying condition pressurization is check set, diff pressure just above 4 and 1,000 feet climbing. Engine start switches are both off. Landing gear is up and off. Water brakes is off. Flaps up, no lights. Altimeter set to standard. Just leveling at flight level 120.
Ryanair 38 Delta Romeo, resume own navigation, direct kilo after kilo. Direct kilo after kilo, Ryanair 38 Delta Romeo. Ryanair 38 Delta Romeo, monitor Unicom, goodbye. Over to Unicom, 122 display, Ryanair 38 Delta Romeo, change goodbye. EC221, London, are you there?
Yes, I am.
EC221, Roger. Seabird 9965, contact London 129425, goodbye. London 12945, Seabird 9965, goodbye. Blue Max 494 Zulu, climb flight level 300.
Climb flight level 300, Blue Max 494 Zulu.
FedEx 42 Quebec Delta, descend flight level 90.
So that is our cruise altitude. He's just cleared us to, so we'll wind that in and
Ryanair 344 London, Roger.
too far there. Flight level 300 out into vent. Check the FMAs at N1 VNAV speed.
EZ221 flight level 190 heading 148.
EC221, Roger. Resume own navigation, direct Spindema 1 Lima arrival.
Spindema 1 Lima arrival, EZ221.
Very cloudy out at the moment. do is getting some lights on as well. It's getting a little bit dark under here with these clouds. Just wind some lights.
Italia 1397, route direct Welling.
Direct Welling, Italia 1397.
FedEx 42 Quebec Delta, contact Heathrow 119 or 725.
119 or 725, FedEx 40 Delta.
Easy 2501, receive more navigation direct Elva.
Resuming navigation direct Elva, ET2501.
Stewart 456, report your speed to London 133.7, goodbye.
Report speed 133.7, goodbye.
Easy 8, person Easy 863, contact Amsterdam 125.750, goodbye.
Amsterdam 125.750, thank you, goodbye.
So just pop the heading round just to follow our track. Okay, coming up nicely.
344, when ready, descend flight
Coming up
level 200.
through flight level 175, climbing 300.
One minute descent 200 to level by Alba for 344.
Easy 2501, report speed to London 133.
Been in the air for just over 10 minutes now.
Report speed to London 133.7.
And expect to be at Edinburgh in about 40 minutes. So we'll have a little check to see. Unfortunately, no ATC at Edinburgh at all.
Code 2263, London Stansted and Edinburgh, flight number 344.
We've got Swanwick Military, but they don't handle.
2263 London, route direct Mogli, Leicester 1 Lima arrival.
What's direct Mogli last waypoint for the star, Condor 2263?
Condor 2263 is direct to Mogli and thereafter Leicester 1 Lima arrival.
And then after Mogli, the 1 Lima arrival, Condor 2263.
I confirm Leicester 1 Lima. Look at your chart and then read it back.
Roger, thank you. Condor 2263.
London, hello, this is Charlie, my big heading 150.
Is it 58 my Victor, hello, climb flight level 310.
Number 310, Charlie, my big
London Subjet 54, Mike, getting near 170.
Okay, so we're going to be going for a few clouds again at the moment, so we'll keep the engine anti-icing on for a little bit.
310.
EC 786, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1009.
4000 feet, 1009, EC 786.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, route direct to Riddell.
Route direct to Ribble, Blue Max at 494 Zulu. Another shortcut, very nice. So, Ribble.
EG221, come up top of the descent. What do you want me to descend to?
About 100 miles
descend, flight level 150.
distant.
Something like flight level 150, EG221.
Metavia 1397, route direct Velag, Victor Echo.
So give you an idea of how short the flight is. We've got a top of climb symbol, the TC underneath the little green banana here, which is our top of climb. Yeah, look right at the very top of the nav display here, which the range is set to 160 miles. We've got top of descent. So a very short flight indeed.
EC221, route direct Bombo.
So just skimming the tops of these clouds here up at 24,000 feet, flight level 240.
EC221, route direct Bombo.
Redirect Bombo, EG221.
EC786, turn left heading 150.
Right, so we'll
Left
Get our
150.
chart sorted out for Edinburgh. So the airport chart will have the parking stands, the star, which will be the in pip 1 echo we've got set, and
Tom just 54 Mike.
we're still expecting the ILS DME runway 24. We'll just have a quick look.
Left heading 160 degrees for Sunset Control, Mike.
Quick look at the weather. 1920 Zulu 270 at 5 knots, CavokSim, so no clouds below 10,000 feet and clear skies, visibility over 10 kilometres. Oh, excuse me.
EC786, turn left. heading
Temperature 14,
125.
dew point is 7,
Left
QH 1007. So, perfect. Right, so a quick check of the charts. So, once we get up to our cruise level, we'll go through the arrival and just set the aircraft up. Been in the air for now for 15 minutes, nearly up at our cruise level of flight level 300, 30,000 feet.
EC786, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
The weather's a bit clearer up here, and very light winds as well. We've got a wind just off of Southerly at 20 knots, not very blustery at all up here.
54 Mike, turn left heading 150 degrees.
150 degrees for Sunset, 54 Mike.
EC786, turn left heading 060 degrees, descend to altitude 2,000 feet.
060 down to 2,000 feet, EC786.
EC221, route direct Bravo Kilo Yankee, and expect vectoring for ILS approach, runway 22.
221, say again.
EC221, direct to Bravo Kilo Yankee.
To Bravo Kilo Yankee EG 221.
EC58 Mike Victor, report heading to London 129.425.
Headed to London 129.425, EC58 Mike Victor, cheers.
Tom just 54 Mike, report heading to London 129.425. Goodbye.
19425 for Sunset, 54 Mike, and report to heading CO.
There.
London, hello, Ryanair 3 Sierra Yankee, flight level 190, direct Charlie Papa Tango.
Ryanair 3 Sierra Yankee, hello, climb flight level 310.
Climb 310, Ryanair 3 Sierra Yankee.
EC786, turn left heading 360 degrees, cleared out at approach runway 33.
360 degrees, cleared island 33, EC786.
So just having a quick look at VPilot just to see the frequencies. We've got loads of controllers about and loads of ATIS broadcasts.
Relax 4942, contact London 133.7.
Over to London 133.7, Blue Max 494 Zulu. Thanks very much. Bye bye.
Ryanair 344, contact London 133.7. Goodbye.
443.7, bye.
EC221, descend, flight level 90.
Flight level 90, EG221.
133.7.
Stupid 58, contact Manchester radar 18575. Goodbye.
18575
Okay, we'll just get settled in the cruising mode. KFMS out.
Ryanair 344, Roger. ED2501, report your speed to Manchester radar, moving decimal 575. Goodbye.
Thank you. Switch to Manchester 11575 and report speed.
Right, okay, let's give him a shout then. London, a very good evening. Blue Max 494 Zulu with you, flight level 300 inbound Rebel.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, Roger. KLM 51 Tango, Mountain Uniform 122.8. Goodbye.
Okay, so we've checked in with him now, and he knows where we are. Just make a note of the ATIS frequency for Edinburgh. 13135. Do we have a tower? No, we don't have a tower available. Scottish probably, and the only other one is ground Edinburgh 12175. So make a note of that. Right, okay then. So just go through, do a quick couple of checks. So just quickly check the. We'll let the passengers out as well for a little bit. So diff pressure is 7.9, PSI settled in at 5,000 feet is level.
London Control, hello, this is Lufthansa 983, planning to flight level 220.
Lufthansa 983, London Control, hello, Squawk 6237.
Right, okay then, so we'll just quickly go through and have a
6237, Lufthansa 983.
brief.
Ryanair 5, Lima X-ray.
So we'll get a set up for.
7150, and we do have the arrival now. Ryanair 5 Lima X-ray.
Ryanair 5, Lima X-ray, perfect, thank you.
So we'll just set up
Shamrock 4,
for
9
the arrival.
300 knots or greater.
Right, so we'll step through to the beginning of the arrival. So in PIP, expecting flight level 260. In rev, flight level 200. Do a maximum of 250 knots. That's coded nicely, and to Tartan. To maintain 7,000, maximum 230 knots. That is great, and then we'll just go check the ILS chart. It'll probably most likely be vectors, it usually is. Right. Okay, so going through centre fix. So we have a platform altitude of 3,000 feet.
Ryanair 25 Bravo on frequency. Ryanair 25 Bravo. Ryanair 25 Bravo, climb now, level 190. Level 190, Ryanair 25 Bravo. Kellam 937, speed at
So 3,000 feet we go down a 3-degree path, intercepting at 9 miles. India Tango Hotel. The frequency there 1089, so we'll pop that in. 10890. That on both sides. 10890.
London, good evening, easy 21 Kilo Romeo, just levelling flight level 9 and 0 direct incom. Easy 21 Kilo Romeo, London Show, hello, client.
Down a 3-degree glide slope. Down to a minimum altitude of 300 feet. This is an altitude.
60 Alpha, when ready to turn flight level 250, level dib out.
When ready to send level, well, 250 westbound dib out, Shamrock 60 Alpha.
Ryanair 344, descend
So we'll set 3,000 MDA.
Max 4940, 1 Unicom, 12.8, goodbye.
Unicom 122.8, so Blue Max 494. Bye, thanks for the help.
Blue Max 494, my apologies, contact Scottish Control 135.575, goodbye.
No worries, 135575, was that Blue Max 494, Zulu?
My apologies, it's 135.525.
Scottish 135.525, Blue Max 494 Zulu. Bye bye.
Walker 2489, descend flight level 90. Descend flight level 90.
Right, so another handoff there to Scottish. He was a little bit confused with the frequency there, but they'll let him off for that. He's doing a fantastic job. 135. Decimal 525.
London, Golf Papa Mike.
No, the Scottish.
Runway 24 is you. Julian 8129, contact London Control 133.7.
133.7, boarding at 1 hour, thank you.
Scottish, very good evening to you. It's Blue Max 494 Zulu with your flight level 300 inbound to Rebel.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, Scottish Control, Pit 1 Echo over.
That's the in-pip 1 Echo arrival Edinburgh, Blue Max 494 Zulu. So the in-pip 1 Echo arrival, exactly what we're expecting. So we'll just quickly go through the arrival again here. So round onto the ILS 109, 108.9, which we've set on the ILS, both sides. On the courses 241. We are all set up both sides. So intercept the Clydesdale 9 DME from the India Tango Hotel. Runway elevation is 100 feet. Touchdown cross height 50 feet, so over the threshold 50. Decision altitude 300 feet, 200 feet above the runway. No worries with the visibility at the moment, indicating CavokSim. If we have a missed approach, it's climb straight ahead 3000 as directed. Right, so we'll pop some fixes in. So we'll put a fixed ring round 25 miles from the Echo Delta November NDB for our MSAs. So to the south, below the east and west radial is the minimum safe altitude 3,900 feet. This is our green arrow there. We'll pop in the
Max 494 Zulu, when ready, descend for level 260.
When ready, flight level 260, Blue Max 494 Zulu. Right, so we've been given a descent clearance, so he says when ready, so that he's not telling us to descend now, so he says when ready, so we can wait until we hit our top of descent point here at about 25 miles or so to reach our constraint here, flight level 260 at MPIP. So we'll probably descend in about 2 minutes or so.
Sorry, Golf Mike for a bit, quite low because the mountains are breaking up there. Could you repeat? Say again?
Golf Mike QNH 1007.
Give an explanation 007, Golf Mike, thank you.
And 000 25. Okay, so we've got our MSA rings in.
313 descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1008.
We'll set up some fixed rings for the approach. Echo Golf Papa Hotel, Papa Hotel, runway 24 is our fix. We'll
5,000 feet, logging 31 feet.
Forget we're not an Airbus, we don't do it that way. We put in runway 24. Put in a fixed wing 4 miles and 10 miles. Okay.
Scottish Control, good evening. Again, Speedbird 2420 is lining up, holding at Delta 1 for runway 24 Edinburgh.
Summit 2420, runway 24 for takeoff, the first is 24, 7 degrees, 5.
Top of the winds and clear the takeoff, runway 24 Edinburgh.
So we'll just get the ATIS quick, so 13135.
Scottish Control Skyroad 7213 is on the side there for an hour. 1 minute, ready for taxi.
Building 313, you've got 60 track. Sorry, I couldn't catch it. There was a bit of a break up there, logging 313.
Okay, so
Building
we're
313, 60 track max. 60 track miles, logging 313, thank you.
okay. Descending, we'll just give him a quick.
After departure, left and turn on direct from the climb to 6,000 feet.
After departure, left turn 6,000 feet direct from the Skyroad 71.
Skyroad 7213, clear takeoff. So this is 160 degrees, 3 knots.
Good takeoff, Skyroad 7113.
Blue Max 494 Zulu's leaving flight level 3004, flight level 260.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, descend flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, Blue Max 494 Zulu. Okay, so we've cleared us down to flight level
2420, climb flight level 360.
Time to flight level 360 is Speedbird 2420.
Bravo, Bravo, runway 20 for departure. To the 15 Bravo, number 23, clear takeoff. Surface is 270 degrees, 9 knots. Good to take off, Bravo.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, can you confirm you want us to still meet the constraint flight level 200 at INREV?
Blue Max 494 Zulu, negative. Skyroad 2713, report.
Okay, so we do not have to worry about the.
Passing 1,500 feet, Skyroad 7113.
Okay, so we can get rid of that constraint then. So it's flight level 200.
Roger. Decompression service outside of short airspace.
So we'll get rid of that.
Decompression service 72, Skyroad 7113.
Right, okay, so we'll do a flat 30 landing. It gives us a speed of helps if we actually check the landing fuel. So what have we got at the moment? Fuel quantity on board 4.7, landing quantity 4.4, so 300 off of the gross weight gives us 66.6. I'll just update the speeds. 66.6, so yep, still 150.
I've got Mike, just for your information, I can hear that you've got some traffic in there in Vanessa IFR. We're going to be routing north along Loch Ness and heading left towards Garver, obviously tracking northbound towards Wick that way. We'll just stick around 1,700 feet currently on that QNH on things, I think. Okay, Scottish, sure. So one back Rebels airborne passing 1,500. To the 15 Bravo Scottish Control, good afternoon, flight level 310. Flight 310, show 15 Bravo. Max 494, descend flight level 100.
Descend flight level 100, Blue Max 494 Zulu. So descended flight level 100 now, so winding 10,000 into the altitude.
Blue Max 494, Zulu, flight level 80, pressure 90.
Descended flight level 90, Blue Max 494 Zulu. So down to 90 now. So we'll just do a quick check at 20,000.
313 vectors ILS, runway 23.
Expecting vectors runway 20 rolling 313.
So 20,000, just quickly check the pressurization. Pressurization is coming down at 3,500, diff pressure at 6 psi. We'll put the seatbelt signs on now. Tell the cabin crew. Beautiful view out over the wing. Marvellous. Yeah, I always like flying into Edinburgh. It's very nice up here. Spectacular while you're on the ground, but even better when you're in the air. Especially when the weather's like this and it's lovely. Yeah, the bumpy landing. Okay, so I've got no pressure then. 660, wow. Must have been 2 landing fees there then. Okay, let's get a level change and get some speed brakes in. Get us down.
Scottish Control, good evening. Blue Max 8491, bearing 737-800 at London Stansted 2, requesting IFR to Manchester.
Blue Max 4891 Scottish Control, good afternoon. Cleared to Manchester via Bellevue, Lima 10 Duffy, flight level 250, school 1037.
That's cleared to Manchester via Bellevue and then direct to Duffy. Cleared to flight level 170 and scored 1027, Blue Max 8491.
Blue Max 8491, readback is correct. Runway 26 in use.
report ready for departure. Runway 26 and report ready for departure. Blue Max 491, thank you. Blue Max 494 Zulu, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1008.
Descend to 6,000 feet to QNH 1008, Blue Max 494 Zulu.
Scottish, hello, Logan 44 November, holding a double one ready.
Logan 44 November Scottish, runway 24 for the takeoff, 272.
Right, out of standard.
If I could take off Logan 44 November, and no promises on whether this thing is actually going to follow any of the grocery Charlie, but we'll give it a go.
Be surprised if it didn't.
Actually, if you could let me try, and then if I am failing spectacularly, then feel free to intervene.
Perfect.
But just...
There was a bit of a bounce.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, fly heading 020 degrees.
Heading of 020 degrees, Blue Max 494 Zulu.
Shuttle 15 Bravo, direct to Suffolk.
Okay, head select then.
Shuttle 15 Bravo,
So spirit brakes in, get us down. So we're coming through 10,000 feet, then we'll select the
Shuttle 15 Bravo, Scottish.
landing lights on. Seatbelts are on, attendance called, continuous. Visualization still coming down very nicely.
Third Suffolk, shuttle 1 Bravo, sorry.
Ryanair 981 Alpha, Agped 1 Echo arrival for Edinburgh.
So we're within the 25-mile MSA now, so this sector 3,900. Okay, so we don't need these arrivals chart now. We'll go over to the
Blue Max 494 Zulu, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1008.
descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1008, Blue Max 494 Zulu. So down to 4,000 feet.
Logan 313, descend to altitude 3, pushing 4,000 feet.
Okay, so I'll make the wireless frequencies active, 1089. Okay, and India Tango Hotel, course 241, and we have a DME.
Scottish, Lager 47 Charlie, hold you down for
747 Charlie, Scottish control, runway 24, clear takeoff, 260 degrees.
So the airport is currently down there. There she is. So we'll come out and he'll vector us round for the ILS.
Can I have level 120 then for 4 November?
Scottish, good evening, Gemstone 41 Delta, is overhead elbow, level 140.
Gemstone 41 Delta, Scottish control, good afternoon. Roger, set squawk, when close 7015.
Beautiful evening.
Squawk 7015, Gemstone 41.
Let's just give some more speed brakes, just help it down a little bit.
Delta identified deconfliction service.
Deconfliction service, Gemstone 41 Delta.
Logan 313, descend to altitude 2,500 feet.
So speed brakes, just deflect some of that air above the wings, just help us get down a little bit quicker. Still maintaining 250 knots, down through 7,000 feet, we're on the QNH 1008.
4121 minus runway 24. And the wait level 24.
Okay, so we've not done any checks on the way down, so we'll quickly do the approach checks. Out to be its instruments 1008, descend at 3.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, turn left in 335.
Left heading 335, Blue Max 494 Zulu.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, descend altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend to 3,000 feet, Blue Max 494 Zulu. Right, let's start getting the speed down as well.
313, turn left in
Okay, so the speed brakes are fully out now.
Turning left 330 degrees, loading 70.
Service 1027, cushion 7213. Expect ILS compression instruct runway 31. Flyway 7213, set to R1P,
Okay, so coming down to the flap up speed, so we'll select flap 1.
Open 47 Charlie, report your passing altitude, flying flight level 120.
After 3,400, flight level 120,
We're down to the flap 5 speed, flap 1 speed, so we'll go flap 5. So the speed brakes are still out.
494 Zulu, turn left in 280 degrees, clear ILS from 24.
Turn left heading 280 degrees, clear for the ILS runway 24, Blue Max 494 Zulu.
Shuttle 15 Bravo, contact London 133.7.
So back to the flat 5 speed then. So we're very slightly above the glide slope, so we'll keep the speed brakes out for just a while longer just to help us down. And we'll arm the localizer. So hence select we're heading 280, Vorlock is armed.
Scottish Control, good evening. Scandinavian Sea Delta Foxtrot, holding point Delta 1, Edinburgh.
Sylvian 313, traffic information to your left, 3 o'clock, 2,500 feet, indicated, not verified, no contact.
I have visuals on aircraft, thank you, loading 200.
Okay, so Vorlock, so what we'll do then, we'll go straight to approach mode. Bring the speed brakes in. Okay, so we are
Delta 1, Edinburgh.
Scandinavian 3 Delta Foxtrot, Scottish Control on Roger. Conjet 412124.
established on the glide slope as well.
240, 5 foot.
Take up to Conjet 4121.
Okay.
8491, ready for push and start.
Okay, so we'll go flap 10 just to keep her under control with the speed.
216 reports ready for departure. Push and start through taxi runway 2.
So flaps 10.
Ready for departure, Blue Max 8491.
Okay, just check the missed approach altitude, 3,000 feet, that's set.
Requesting visual approach.
313, clear visual approach, go to your 12 o'clock, 5 miles.
Looking outfields nicely in front of us there. So bring the speed back then, so gear down. Flaps 15. Now we'll set the speed brakes.
313 would be 2 full, clear to land, cushion 23, clear to land, closest wind 160 degree time.
Clear to land, runway 30, loading 200.
Flap 30.
London, cushion Scottish Control, good afternoon, Roger. Conjet 4121, report your passing altitude.
With Delta 400.
Sure. Blue Max 494 Zulu, runway 24, clear to land, closest wind 220 degrees 10.
Copy the wind, cleared land, runway 24, Bluemax 494 Zulu. Right, okay.
420 Scottish. Approaching through 242 Edinburgh.
So we are nicely set up. Just passed over the Echo Delta November.
Through 2424 Scottish.
Correction, just about to pass over the Echo Delta November.
Senders online, put back to your oceanic clearance.
Say again?
Gander is online, report back with your oceanic clearance.
Okay, will do. Speedbird 2420.
Right, okay, we've got our landing clearance. Start switch is continuous. Recall is checked. Speed brake, arm green light. Landing gears down 3 greens. Auto brakes set to 3. Flaps 30 green. And landing lights on. Landing checks complete. So, there we go. Just a bit of manual flying now. So, water thrust is off. And all the pilots coming out. So, hard flying now. Just follow the flight directives down.
Behind London Bluemax 77800, via Delta 1 minus 24 behind.
After landing Bluemax 737, line up runway 24 behind Scandinavian Sea Delta Foxtrot.
A little bit bumpy. So, bringing the eyes more out of the cockpit now on reference speed. So, continue. So,
Contact 4121,
and we're down.
34 living.
Full reverse.
340, contact 4121.
Manual brakes.
And Scottish William T1 okay to runway 20.
We missed that exit.
7313, taxi to the north eastern.
Taxi north eastern, William T1.
Reverse cancelled. Not bad old landing. Have to go all the way down to the end though. Not a problem. So, speed brakes are in. Flaps are coming in. Water brakes. And vacating.
The other question is, you may want to be cockpit to get a sandwich.
Bluemax 2377 route to Falstaff.
So, here's the part there.
Tomjet 4121 route directing cross.
Route directing cross, Tomjet 4121.
Skyway 7213, descend to altitude 2,600 feet, cleared RMP, runway 31.
2,050 feet, cleared PR now. Sorry, RMP 31, Skyway 71.
Bluemax 494 Zulu's runway vacated.
Scanner's just gone offline there.
No surprise there then. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Bluemax 8491, ready for departure. Bluemax 8491, check scope 1037. Scope 137, Bluemax 8491.
Scottish William T, is it time of choice?
Moving through and free them. Bluemax 8491, after departure, runway 26, left on turn off to Husley, climb inflatable 250. Blue Max A491.
Correct. Johnson 141 Delta, my service terminates. Monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8.
Figure 123, Johnson 4 Delta, thanks, bye.
From the Vivian 3 Delta Foxtrot 24 split takeoff, Stephenson 260 degrees 5 knots.
Cleared for takeoff runway 24, Scandinavian 3 Delta Foxtrot.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, taxi, pushing contact ground 121750.
Ground 121.750, Blue Max 494 Zulu, thanks very much this evening, bye bye.
Coast Control, good evening, Voice UT7 holding Delta 1.
Okay, so we'll go over to ground 121.75 and we'll just tell him where we are. Edinburgh ground, very good evening to you, Blue Max 494 Zulu with you on Alpha, just approaching Alpha 8.
Blue Max 494 Zulu, Edinburgh ground, good evening. Taxi stand 25 of it, Alpha, Lima and Golf.
Okay, taxiing to stand 25 Alpha, Lima and Golf, Blue Max 494 Zulu. So stand 25 on the Southeast Pier. Oh, I've never parked around there before. Excellent. Right, okay, let's get going then. Cheers, Lee. Yeah, it was a bit softer than I was actually expecting it was going to be, but yeah, I had a little bit of wind on final. I think I might have had a little bit of wind shear, so I sunk a little bit, and then I corrected, and then ended up a little bit too high, and then I ended up nearly chasing the glide slope indicator. So. I have a habit of doing that, but yeah, I was actually quite happy with that. Beautiful day up here. So this is another freeway scenery of Edinburgh. Actually, it's pretty good. I'm more than happy with it.
Edinburgh ground, Ryanair 9 Lima Bravo, armed at 1 Alpha, type 727-800 with information Charlie, testing IFO clearance, Cork. 109 Lima Bravo, Edinburgh ground, good evening. 2 Cork, goes down at 1 Charlie.
Maybe I streamed in too fast, 180, but wow.
013.
Yeah, a bit of a lead foot there, mate. Yeah, I think with the 787, I think you can probably approach it about 140 in that, or less. But you got on the ground, that's the main thing. It's quite funny when you compare the 787 or any of these modern larger jets compared to these older style 737s. You know, you see that approach speed I had, 155 knots with 30 degrees of flap. Absolute madness. Right, so I'm not being the typical Ryanair pilot here at the moment. I'm coming in very, very slowly. So we're just coming past Alpha 14. So we take this right here onto Lima. So onto Lima, onto this taxiway here, then we'll follow Golf round, and then we park on stand 25 at the end of the pier down there.
Good evening, Golf Bravo, November Oscar Mike. Golf Bravo, November Oscar Mike, Edinburgh, and good evening, pass message. Good evening, sir, Golf Bravo, November Oscar Mike, this is D62 information, Charlie, Phoenix 1007. We'd like to cover our appointment to Iceland. Golf Oscar Mike, you said to a man run off way, Tower 6, Charlie departure, from 84 and a squawk 4460.
So follow around here, we'll start the APU up, get that ready. I'll tell you one thing I did forget to do. I did forget to set up my recording software. I would have liked to have seen that landing actually. That's probably one of the best ones I've done in the 737, I have to admit. So coming past and 22, 23, 24, 25 on the end here. Get rid of that chart now.
Ryanair 9 Lima Bravo, ready for push and start at stand 1 Alpha.
On the 9 Lima Bravo, stand 1 Alpha, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Ryanair 9 Lima Bravo.
Okay, 339 contact, Scottish control now, frequency 1.
There we go, APU's on the bus. And I've completely... oh no, I haven't.
Shamrock 95 Tango at stand 3, ready for push and start.
2 stations at once, Shamrock 95 Tango, stand 3, push and start approved, face to the north.
Face to the north, Shamrock 95 Tango.
And other station calling.
Oh, you streamed as well, have you, Lee? Fantastic, mate. I can't remember whether I've actually subscribed to your channel, but once I'm done here, I'll get over there and I'll give you a sub as well. And yeah, I'd like to see that as well. It'd be fantastic flying along with you, mate. Right, okay. So we're now on the stand. Set the brakes.
Yeah, copy that.
Taxis are off. Power reset. Engines off. Right. Okay. Engines are running down nicely, under 2%. Beacon light can go off. Right, that was a lovely flight. I really enjoyed that. So one of the at the moment the longest stream I've done, just over 2 hours. So more than happy with that. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed it. Very nice to fly along with you, Lee. Not using VATSIM though, still learning about it. I'll tell you what, Lee, a little tip for you is if you download the vPilot client, when you connect you can go into what they call it, observer mode. So basically you can log in and you'll be on the network, but you won't be interacting with the controllers. So basically what you can do is you can this is how I started getting back into it, is you log in and you can tune all the frequencies, you can hear the controllers there, and basically what I did was I followed somebody's flight. I found them on Volanta or whatever flight tracking software you got, and I just did exactly the same flight as they did, and just followed the ATC instructions. You don't conflict with anybody because you're not visible on there. You're literally just an observer, and you can go off and just learn it just by looking and seeing and whatnot, and you're not getting in anybody's way or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, even if you just do a short flight, I mean, I wouldn't join in really anywhere like London or anything like that. As you could probably tell from the beginning of the stream when we were trying to get our clearance and that to leave Stansted, it was very, very busy, and that one controller was controlling top down several different airports, and it was a bloody mission and a half to get in and try and get a request in anywhere. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, mate. I mean, to be fair, go for it, mate. Just jump in at the deep end, have a go, and I'll say the controllers I've always interacted with, they're absolutely brilliant, and just give it a go, see how you feel, and like anything, mate, it just is it's just practice. And the other thing I can also say as well is when you're doing your readbacks and stuff, it's basically you're reading back what you're probably 90% of the time expected to hear. So yeah, just jump in and give it a go, mate. Just any questions, drop us a message or anything like that, and I'm quite happy to help you out. I'm not 100% perfect, as you can probably tell, but yeah, give it a go. It's a lot of fun. Right, anyway, so safely up here in Edinburgh. Yeah, cheers for joining in and following along there, Lee. I'll give yours a gander very, very soon. I look forward to seeing you on the next one, mate. Anybody else joining in later on, watching the stream back, hope you enjoy it. Give it a like and a subscribe. Head over to my YouTube channel, CavokSim. Have a look at some of the other videos I've done. I've got a few more that I've got planned, but at the moment things are a bit hectic with home life, so at the moment I'm just happy with the streaming. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you on the next one. So take care and stay safe.